at some definitions of what a function is. Start defining what a function is. Functions. So before I define what a function is, some things that go with it. First, the domain. So the domain, when we talk about domain, we're talking about the inputs. So the things we're putting into something, into a function. It's sometimes too looked at as the independent variable. And probably most commonly what we think of it is all possible x's. All possible x's, or values of x. So when we think of domain, those are the x's that we can have. So we have some sort of equation, all the things that x can be. Then the range, these are our outputs. So we input an x and part of the domain, and we get out something which is part of the range. So this is actually now dependent, which should hopefully kind of make sense, because whatever we input for the domain, that's going to determine what the range is. Range depends on whatever we put in for the domain. So the range, when we think of range, this is all the possible y's. All possible values of y. So when we think of domain, x, range, y. Those really are the key things that go together. Put a little box around or underline this. So we think of this as the x's and the y's. So now a relation, this is a set of ordered pairs. So when we put a domain and range together, set of ordered pairs. Ordered. No, that was right. Okay. So a set of ordered pairs. So everything in the domain goes to at least something in the range. So just having a bunch of different pairs of numbers is a relation. Now a function, though, we're going to get a little more specific. A function is a relation where each member of the domain, goes to exactly one member of the range, or corresponds to exactly one member of the range. Now, that's a little wordy. Each member of the domain corresponds to exactly one member of the range. Probably the more broken down way to think of it is that each x goes to only one y. Only one y. So every x can only go to one y. So now let's look at an example with actually a relation and determine is it a function or not. Okay, so we need to key thing to figure out if it's a function. X goes to only one y. So let's say, for example, so our question with these is, are these functions? Or is the relation a function? Is the relation a function? We'll have two of them. So I'm just going to use braces to show a couple different points. So -2, 0, -1, -6, 3, 1, and 5, 1. Okay, so we've got a set of ordered pairs here. This is a relation. Usually how we see this shown a little more visually is, which helps make sense of this, is making a little chart like this. -2 goes to 0. -1 goes to -6, 3 goes to 1, and 5 goes to 1. So here's where if we have an issue, it would be right here, because it's not just like one thing in the domain is going to a range, domain to range. Here we've got domain to range, domain to the same range. But now let's kind of think of what I said. Each x goes to only one y. Does this x only go to one y? Yes. It only goes to 1. 5 only goes to 1. So yes, this would be a function. So it's okay as long as it's an x, just x going to just one y. X going to just one y, even though they're going to the same y. So this would be a function. Okay. So now let's do another one. So now how about this one? -2, -6, -1, 0, -1, 1, and 3, 4. So is this a function? So let's do the same thing. -2 goes to -6, -1 goes to 0, -1 goes to 1, and 3 goes to 4. So notice, I only wrote -1 once because it's here twice. So does each x go to only one y? Does each x go to only one y? No, because this x, -1, it goes to two different things. It goes to 0 and it goes to 1. So this x goes to two different y's. So this is not a function. No, it's not a function.